Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, my music is too loud. My cat's attacking me. Well, I haven't uploaded in a minute, but I wanted to do some news stuff because that's what I was gonna do anyway. So let's see what this is about. Do you like my green screen? Took me a minute to get that all set up. Back to the green screen with my chat. Yeah, I missed having a green screen. I don't ever have anything in the back of like a back behind me, so it's just easier to do this. And it looks clean when you do like gaming streams. But yeah, good morning. Anyway, over at VGC, let's see what's happening. I don't know anything about this bullshit right here. Clockwork Revolution is a love child of Vampire Masquerade and Arcanum. Really? My buddy always says really good things of Vampire the Masquerade, and I'm not really sure about Arcanum, but we'll see. Time-bending steampunk first-person RPG. Okay. Oh yeah. That's right. Is it called Arcanum? Oh, it was Clockwork Revolution. We did see this. I mean, I think did I stream the VGC? I think I didn't this year because I got the copyright strike from last year, so I was like, I'd be careful. What a day and age we live in where you just like stream the wrong thing and your channel can go. But I am actually pretty curious to see more of this game. Like we could probably like check out a trailer or something like that. Yeah, let's look at that. Clockwork Revolution. Rock Band. What is this? Trailer. Xbox sound. Gears grinding. Do I have closed captioning on? So this game is the one that kind of reminded me of like BioShock. It's like BioShock and something else. It definitely has that like Dishonored feel to it.
But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin everything. If you resist my will,
Like they have no right to make that cool of weaponry. Like it looks like I think games like this have a charm, and I've always liked it. It doesn't need to be like super crazy smooth or impressive. I'm cool with this. Like this looks like a great time, and I think it's on Game Pass. So if it is, it's worth playing it for a couple hours. You know, no harm, no foul. Yeah, it's definitely like a BioShock Dishonored kind of look to it. It has to be like heavily inspired. Like there's like no way, man. Like
oh no, what did I do?
Any last words before my friend puts one in your scalp?
yeah, so like, and that's dope. I mean, I'm for this. I like the theme of it all. So I've always described Clockwork Revolution as the love child of Arcanum and Vampire the Masquerade. But Chad Moore takes place in takes place in a vibrant Victorian era metropolis of Avalon, where steam trains fly overhead, while the industrial replace their limbs with ornate clockwork prosthetics and mechanical servants fulfill their master's every whim. Well, I mean, they're just kind of talking about They're not really going into anything in depth here, so it's already what you can kind of gather from the trailer. But also looking at this is what reminds me of like, man, I should play the Lies of P demo. Do I have it still downloaded? I do. Maybe I'll play the Lies of P demo later because that's the setting of that game just looks. Love it. Black Panther game is in development at a new EA studio. Like, to be honest, I don't care. It's previously reported the studio was formed in 2021 by Kevin Stevens, who is the boss of Warner Monolith during the development of Middle Age Shadow of Mordor. See, I didn't actually play either of these. I was just talking about this the other day. I own whichever the first one is on Xbox like One. I have the disc. Like somebody let me borrow it, and then I just never give it back. One of those situations. And never played it. I know what the game looks like. I just don't know why I never just did it. Everybody says good things about it, so I don't know. We'll never know. Maybe one of these days. In addition, leaders of the game's cliffhanger teams include veterans of franchises in Halo, God of War, Call of Duty. Third-person story, single player. Black Panther game is with collaboration with Marvel. I guess you'd have to be. Halo players feel like, dude, they're just really spitting out some absolute shitters for some of these like superhero games, not counting Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a blast. But I don't know, man. I don't really... I don't feel super crazy about this. I like the Black Panther's a super cool character. So if they make the game good, yeah, dope. But I just don't have any... I don't think it's going to be that good. Maybe for people who are big fans of it, hope it works out for you. Rich superhero sandbox, huh? And did like Opera update? What is this bullshit? Can I just like fucking turn this off? Oh, is this like a... Oh, okay, it's like a GPT thing. Man, that's taken over. I was like, I don't know what updated because I always highlight when I read and then I don't like this shit popping up. Anyway, this is something I'm super stoked about. I saw this like right when I clicked on here. So, discussing the future of non-numbered Resident Evil remakes, and this is Code Veronica X, which is one of my favorite Resident Evil games. So I'm sure that they could explain this better than I can, but this was supposed to basically be Resident Evil 3, but I think because of they wanted to kind of drive more towards an action-oriented like Resident Evil, so they made 3, which is basically a spin-off of 2, just at a different time. Like it's they get like the events like leading up in Raccoon City, but this was like the actual story continuation. Like it talks about like where Chris was during all of the Raccoon City events when you're playing as Claire. So, and I'm pretty sure it does like I think you go back to Raccoon City also, but you play as different people. I can't remember Jabroni's name over here, but I just thought this game was like a really completely feeling Resident Evil game as opposed to Resident Evil 3. While Resident Evil 3 is super fun, it's just kind of like we're gonna blow shit up and move around more. I don't know. It didn't feel the same, but it's still a good game, if you got what I mean. And if you play 2 and you play 3, you could clearly tell it's like a spin-off of 2. But I really hope that Code Veronica X gets a remake. When they remade Resident Evil 2 and 3, which look fucking amazing. I love both of those. I was like, man, they gotta, before they did 4, I was like, they gotta do Code Veronica X, and I'm like, was waiting, and then 4 came out, and I was like, they're not gonna do it. Like, I feel like this game just wasn't like loved as much as the other, like the numbered Resident Evils were, but it is one thing or another. We can read this. During a recent general shareholder Q&A, the publisher was asked about his plan to continue the high-end visual remakes of the only main numbered entries. In response, Capcom says carrying out discussions regarding the future expansion of the series so it can be enjoyed by a wider audience. Yeah, so if you remake it, you'll have more people play it, and then I think more people will fall in love with it, like I did. In the last few years, Capcom has remade Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4, all of which were warmly received by critics and fans, leading to many asks for the entries of the series be remade, including the large number of spin-offs in the franchise. Like, I would, if they stopped at 4, I'm fine with that. I don't think 5 needs to be remade, but I feel like I don't think it needs to, but if it did, I would play it. I thought 5 was actually kind of fun for it being like, yeah, it's a fucking action movie, Resident Evil. It's wild. But if they remade it, I would play it. I had a lot of fun. I bought it when it came out too. Even had like, I bought the collector's edition from GameStop when it came out, so it had like like it was a snow globe, but it was a sand globe, and it had Chris and Sheva like doing their little gun poses inside of it. I thought it was super cool, especially being a sand globe. I was like, that's kind of, it's unique, and yeah, I'd play it again. Fan outcry for a remake of Code Veronica has grown in recent years. Originally released in 2000, the game was remastered PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I didn't know that. I wonder how the remastered looks. It probably doesn't look that good. Like, you know how they do those old PS1 game? They just, like, slap a couple extra polygons on it and fucking ship the shit out. The PS2 version of the game can be purchased on PS4. Was it on? Oh, it was on. Did I play it on GameCube? I think I played it on, like, GameCube. Or it was PS2. It wasn't. Was it not PS1? I don't know, man. While the remakes have largely been faithful, some fans did raise concerns following the release of Resident Evil 3 remake that some of the content was changed in the new release of the game. True and real. I don't know, like, I still really enjoyed Resident Evil. Like, I got it on sale, and I beat it, like, I think of the day I got it, and I started a second one, like a second file. Just because it was fun. I had a blast. It was like way easier than I thought it would be, though. There was like one fight I just didn't have like a whole lot of ammo, and I was really stubborn, and I just went back I just went back to the weapon box and was like, all right, fine, instead of like doing the continue. Which also, that was pretty nice to have a continue. Resident Evil is the company's best-selling franchise with over 142 million units shipped. Earlier this year, Capcom released a survey asking which game they would like to see remastered next. I took that survey, and I did say Code Veronica. I'm a big advocate for Code Veronica X getting remade. I think it would be super great. I think this, like, the story that they're continuing was really good, and if you're able to tell it in a more narrative way, like how they are in like this day and age, I think it would go over really well, and I think a lot of people would be pretty happy with it. The rest of the other Resident Evil games, I can't think of any that I would like die to see get remade. Like, I didn't really play like the Raccoon City, like what are those, like arcadey ones? Nah, it's not arcadey, it's not the right word. It's like Waves. I played like the first one. I was like, this is dog shit. And I know people love the light gun or like the rail shooters of Resident Evil. There's a few of those. Like, I'm good. I don't really need those. Plus, they'd have to like make a light gun system, which I'm surprised light guns aren't still a thing. Like, it's like what the Wii. The Wii was like the last thing I could think of that even was close to doing any like on rail shooters. Like, I don't think the Xbox Connect had anything, and if you did, there's no like physical thing to hold. Like, if I guess I could probably get a light gun and like a sensor bar for my PC. Like, that would be pretty cool, but like, I don't think they have any of that. Yeah, you could probably figure it out, but like, I don't know. I feel like they think it's like an industry people wouldn't want. Like, I would like, if I was young and I had 2 light gun things, like me and my buddy can play on like the Series X and play House of the Dead, or yeah, House of the Dead. Right? You know what I mean. You played it at the pizza shop when you were a kid, and it just ate your quarters up. That is what it's called, right? Oh, now I'm losing my mind. It's House of the Dead, right? Is it on rails? On nails, heard. It's House of the Dead. On rails. Is it on rail shooter? Yeah. Yeah, dude, like, I would love to have this. Like, I've I've always kind of wanted like some sort of arcade cabinet. Like I wanted to build one with a Raspberry Pi, and I wanted to be able to put like all this stuff on here. Like I would love like because you could only need like one light gun, and you can play like a plethora of games like Carnival or like Area 51. All those really fun games. But there's some Resident Evil ones that people love, and that's cool. There's like some DS versions of the original Resident Evil that are like slightly different, changed to like how you would use the stylus or whatever on the DS. I don't know. There's a lot of really cool things they could do, and I just think that like light gun on rail games would be fun. Or like, oh no, you know what I saw? It was a yeah, it was the arcade cabinet, like Arcade Up. Build they make arcade cabinets. It got leaked that they were gonna do a Time Crisis one, and like that's super sick because Time Crisis had the foot pedal where you like take cover and you like pop out. Time Crisis was super fun back in the day, but I don't think they're gonna have the pedal. They're gonna have like a button on the side of the gun. But yeah, and also like last year we went to like it was in Portland. We went to a bowling arcade, and there was a on rails shooter that me and my buddy played, and like the gun that they gave us was like an assault rifle one, so you know you have to like hold it up there and aim it right, and it was like had good like rumble in it and stuff. I thought it was just cool. I was like, man, this stuff's super fun. Or you're playing like Area 51, you're like pow 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 pow, reload, pow 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 pow, pow reload. Super fun. Love that shit. There's a arcade place like a block from here. I haven't visited it yet, but I want to see what they got in there. That it would be super sick if they had any of those, but we'll see. I try to stay away from some of the Final Fantasy stuff because I'm still playing through it and I don't really want to get spoiled, but I'm sure this should be fine. All female theater trope. I'm not even gonna try. Tickets to the show, blah blah blah. So what are they just gonna do like the OST? Oh, I actually didn't know this numbers. Oh wow. So Final Fantasy 16 is in line with the remakes at launch. I feel like the Final Fantasy 7 remake launch was like really quiet. Like we all know it happened, it's there, but like it wasn't as big, I don't know why, as I thought it would be. I thought it would be like a massive, massive thing. Yeah, I mean this is pretty cool. Like it's Final Fantasy 16 is a blast. I've been having a lot of fun playing that. I was curious about this. Sega is licensing an immensely popular IP for a new Web3 game. Okay, dude. Nobody asked. And you know what's weird is that like when the NFT things were really taking off, and I'm sure there's a lot of people like crossing their fingers both sides of if it's gonna be a thing or not. They didn't know that it didn't work out as well as it did. I'm not saying that like the NFT Web3 blockchain stuff is like not like in gaming is not happening anymore, but it's definitely quieted down a bit. So by the time that we first like, brewing this idea, it was probably booming, and now it's not. And then they're like, yeah, about that NFT game that we were gonna do, and everybody's like, I don't know, man. Anyway, LineX is pleased to be teaming with Sega to bring some exciting gaming to the Web3 space for gamers around the world. Through this partnership, Game.c will provide Web3 content that anyone can easily enjoy, including Sega fans. It's unclear what license is referring to. The company behind Sonic the Hedgehog is letting third-party creators create NFT games using some of its franchises, including Three Kingdoms and Virtua Fighter, but currently it won't allow its biggest characters to be associated with blockchain titles to avoid potential devaluing its IP. Yeah, good idea. LineX, South Korean firm that operates under Line, a message service is similar to WhatsApp, launched in May. Game.dosi is a Web3 gaming platform that provides users and game-centered services. Earlier this week, Sega co-chief operator officer Shinji Utsumi called play-to-earn titles boring. Added, what's the point if games are no fun? We're looking into whether this technology is really going to take off in the industry after all. Despite cooling its interest in blockchain gaming, Sega will continue to invest in this area while there remains a chance it will be more mainstream in the future. For the majority of people in the video game industry, what blockchain advocates say may sound a bit extreme, but that's how the first penguin has always been. Should never underestimate them. Well, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not for any of the Web3 gaming stuff. Like, I've seen so many of their, like, Kickstarters and, like, you know, roadmaps, but I'm not for any of this stuff, to be honest. Like, maybe it's too archaic thinking that, like, games should just be fun out of the box instead of adding all these, like, extra steps of, like, monetary value for consumer. Like, just seems a bit much. Video games are in a really weird state. Like, most games just come out like half-baked, like riddled with microtransactions. Like, there's all that Destiny stuff, which if we run out of like news, and I was trying to keep this under 30 minutes, but I could talk about like some of the Destiny 2 stuff, because like Asdacross put out that video like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And it got a lot of, it got a lot of reception about just, like, egregious microtransactions by Bungie. Anyway, we'll look a bit more, and then we'll see if we have time to talk about that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Halo's cut content is being, like, restored with help from 343. You know what 343 should be doing is making Halo Infinite better. Those fucking lazy shits. I've actually been playing a lot of Halo Infinite lately. It's actually pretty fun, but I don't know what is fun about it now as opposed to like 2 months ago when I tried playing it again. Something about it is just hitting different. I'm not really sure. I wish I could tell you. I don't think the game is any better of a shape. I've just been having fun. Maybe it's because I've just been wanting to actually play it more. 343 Industries is working with a group of modders to restore cut content from the original release of Halo Combat Evolved. As spotted by PC Gaming Games End, the mod team dig the site has been working with 343 over the past year. Of particular interest to us were design, production, docs, Bungie feedback notes, tags, compiled maps, source data for previously unseen multiplayer maps, said the team. Some of the highlights of the restored content include multiplayer maps originally developed for the PC port of Combat Evolved, which was worked on by Gearbox and released in 2003. Gearbox made a bunch of brand new textures that were not being used whatsoever. It felt like it would be a shame if some of these textures never got used, so I decided to remix Indoor into a brand new map that better utilize these newfound bitmaps. Perhaps most significantly, the long-lost Macworld demo from 1999 is being added to Halo Master Chief Collection prior to the landing on Microsoft's first Xbox. Halo was at one point planned to be a third-person exclusive for Mac. I did not know that. Wow. Took some work to get running in MCC. We set up a sandbox to play and explore, repurpose for your own mods. Not only this, but content from the earliest conception of Halo as an RTS is also being restored. Oh. Wait, not only this, but content from the earliest conception of Halo as an RTS is also being restored, including vehicles and enemy types. Probably not in an RTS mode, but just like the models themselves. That's kind of cool. While a lot of these assets are simple and never got to the point of being implemented in a working version of the game, it's still a significant moment in the preservation of one's modern gaming cornerstone franchises. 343 says there's more content to be shown off. This is pretty cool. Like, I'm for this. And also, if they're putting it in MCC, I believe. Yeah. So, man, like, I think I said this last time, but the Master Chief Collection is an absolute banger of a deal, of a box deal. Like, let's just check this out. Like, for one, it's fucking $10 right now, like, on Steam. Like, this is nuts. Like, you get fucking, 4 Halos and Reach, because Halo 5 sucked big eggs. Yeah, Halo 5 wasn't that good. Halo 4 wasn't very good either. But just alone, like, ODST to Reach right here, like ODST is $1. You can't even Jesus Christ, you can't even buy a goddamn soda for $1.24. Like, this is nuts. The Master Chief Collection is such a great deal, and like I don't think I was gonna buy it this time around, unfortunately, but so I'm having issues with my card. Like it keeps declining Steam's like stuff. It's getting super fucking annoying. But like $10, dude, Master Chief Collection, what a steal, man. Like, also I was gonna see if like BattleBit, man, I've been wanting to play BattleBit super bad. Can I just like I'm gonna try to buy it right now. I'm using this time to not talk about video games to do other things that I want to be doing because I want to play BattleBit super bad. But see, it keeps declining. I don't know what it is. Like it, Steam and my card have not been working well together. But yeah, I'm super stoked for that, and they're adding more combat to more content to MCC. That's great, man. What a great one. Wait, 20. We got some more. Square Enix says it's considering remastering more old titles following the Pixel remaster. Yeah, why not? Like, I don't even know which ones they did remake in the Pixel remaster. Does it say? Oh yeah, just 1 through 6. Oh wow, all in one. Oh yeah, it's like I think this one's like $70 or like $100. I think I heard about that. Probably could have read more into that. I mean, this is yesterday's stuff, but I didn't look yesterday. I was working. I did hear that they raised Game Pass. Oh yeah, but not Game Pass for PC, right? Well, yeah, there's the deal's not available for Game Pass on console. Okay, well we know that. That I heard about that. Bringing back the $1 trial. Okay, so Ultimate went up $2, and then just regular Game Pass went up $1, and then the PC Game Pass price didn't change, which I'm cool with because I don't even have Game Pass Ultimate anymore. I don't even plug in my Xbox. I just play my PlayStation like 5 and then my PC. Which I wonder, like, never. Well, I was gonna play Apex on my console because I keep playing with my buddy and we keep getting into PC lobbies and just getting smashed. I don't mind playing it by myself, but it might be. I don't know. I need to move over to controller on Apex anyway. There's just no reason to be playing on like mouse and keyboard anymore. But anyway, I guess we can talk about like the Bungie Aztecross video. Anyway, Bungie.net. Oh yeah. Anyway, so with how Destiny is like set up with like their store settings and silver buying when they increase like the battle pass price, but the bundles you can only buy, it's like in the middle. Like if you need silver to buy the battle pass, but you could either buy too less of silver or like not enough silver, or you could buy too much, and there's no middle for just buy the battle pass. Shit like that, where that was changed recently. The PvP in Destiny 2 has basically just been unchanged for a long time. There's like nerfs that should be happening, more balance changings, and everybody seems to think that they're just working on Marathon. So anything that they're learning from like the technical side of Destiny 2's PvP, they're just probably going to make Marathon. Marathon's probably going to be really good. I'm going to buy it. I only played Marathon briefly, like a long time ago when it was like on the Xbox 360 arcade. I bought it, played it a little bit. But yeah, and I don't know, man. There's just the season pass content in Destiny 2 is just starting getting a little like empty, and I'm sure for a lot of people it was emptier before. I mean, I still like log into Destiny and play a little bit, but I'm not actively playing like I was even a couple months ago. I just don't really feel like fishing, because fishing's going on right now. I think the weapons added this season are cool. I did do the dungeon. It's just Destiny 2 is not having a good time right now. I think it's at its lowest point. And a lot of the content creators I see are either moving away from Destiny 2 or starting to branch out into more like variety content. That's why I've always been like, that's why I don't want to do one game. It's really hard to be like a variety content creator. Like I like doing news, I like playing different games, and it's hard to build like some sort of like community based off variety gaming when you start off really small. Like I don't have any following really at all. But so it's hard for me to even talk on the matter, but to stick to one game is not what I want to do, and I don't want to do something I don't want to do. So it's tough to see some of those guys go, and like, but it's also nice to see them upload other like games. Like Asdacross was doing like Diablo 4 videos, and I'm like, yeah, dude, Diablo 4 is like super hot right now. Like it's good content farming. So you know, and the other subs I have, they just stop posting Destiny content altogether, and you know, I just see that they moved on to other games, and that's fine. I'm just not interested in that specific game. It's a tough battle, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep this one just a little shorter than normal. I could sit here and talk for like 2 hours, but there's no point. But I don't know. Maybe we'll pop back on Wednesday and talk. I think I was gonna stream though later today. Stream with some people, maybe stream by myself. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, hope you guys got caught up on some of the sweet news we had today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.